I was admiring what you were telling me right 5 minutes back, and I didn't know that you do so much of work. So, could you tell us about the articles you write? Could you tell us about the children and what are the basic problems that you've been writing on and telling people?
Okay, we live in a generation of parents whom I call internet parents. Okay.
That's a nice term.
Now, why internet parents? Because Google has all the answers. So, internet tells us how to feed our child, internet tells us how to put our child to sleep, internet tells us what is the right age to do whatever we need to do, and if the child doesn't comply in these parameters, parents very happily want to label their child. I have had instances where parents have insisted that you give me a certificate saying that my child has ADHD.
Or what is this whole story around ADHDs? And if you can give people full form, what is really
attention deficit hyperactive disorder?
And why are people insisting that they get this certificate label?
Because it's so much more easier to handle their child when the child has a label. It's so much more easier. Then I have a certification that my child behaves in such a manner. Why? Because a poor kid has ADHD. My child doesn't study because my child has learning disability. My child cannot write properly because my child has dyslexia. It's very, very easy for the parent.
And what is this dyslexia?
Dyslexia is where the child has a reading disorder. Dysgraphia is when a child has a writing disorder. So instead of investing time in the children, instead of finding out the way to teach the child, every child has a different learning need. So instead of finding out that particular learning need, parents, unfortunately, they find an easier way out, and that is labeling.
Wow.
Okay. So I always tell the parent that if the child cannot learn the way you teach, why don't you teach the child the way he can learn? Isn't that easier?
Well.
Isn't that easier just to be able to fit the learning need as per the child's need rather than fit it as per your need?
What a beautiful message for parents.
So I think that's all that I need to say when it comes to the learning expectations of parent. I go back to my term expectation. Right. There are certain expectations. Every parent would want their child to be an achiever. Go back to my term expectation. Right. There are certain expectations. Every parent would want their child to be an achiever, an academic achiever. Why can't they settle for their child to be an achiever of his or her own potential? Why an academic achiever?
Why is that not happening? If we were to turn around the question to you, why was that not happening? Why is it that they want them to be academic achievers and not the other kind of achievers?
It's all about numbers. It's a numbers game, and they want to put it. It is all about status. Today, everything gets uploaded on this Facebook. Today, everything gets uploaded as a WhatsApp status. So they want to be able to put that. Change their WhatsApp status that my child is a 90% scorer, so that they get their likes and they get those comments.
Does that mean that they make a good parent?
I wouldn't want to fall into the trap of again labeling them as good parents or bad parents.
Would they like to believe that?
They like to believe that yes, they are a wonderful parent if they upload their status of the day, and that status has to have a symbol to it. So it could be a numerical symbol, okay, which tells okay, my child is a 90%, and then immediately you will get your likes and you will get your wows and what you've done such a huge sacrifice that your child has been able to score that 90%. It's not about the child; it's about what a good parent you've been.
Exactly. Could you tell my audience where they can reach you?
Yeah, you could get in touch with me at 98204 36093. Or you can drop a mail at sk_freshbuds@rediffmail.com.
Could you also tell my audience where they could find those beautiful toys that you were talking about?
Yeah, you could visit brainology.com, and there is also a path over there where you could drop in your questions and I'll answer. It's called Ask Sheetal at brainology.com.
Thank you so much, Sheetal. It's been amazing because I'm sure a lot of parents out there would get help by this beautiful tip and the beautiful thought of the day. And I think the mantra is to keep the expectations in the right place.
Yes.
If you want to reach me, that's Anu Mehta. Do connect to me on my blog. That's anumehta.co.in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sheetal, again.
My pleasure.